Fortnite getting a ranked mode, Elden Ring DLC coming a little later than you would think, and they're already speedrunning Tears of the Kingdom. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest gaming news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Monday, May 15th, 2023. We're going to start off today talking about a teaser that Epic Games put out with regards to Fortnite that should be coming out sometime tomorrow, May 16th, which is a ranked mode that's expected to get debuted into the game. But with that, there's been plenty of leaks showing off exactly what the ranked mode will consist of. You can go all the way down from bronze to up to unreal, and it will take place in both battle royale as well as zero build mode. The battle royale mode will allow you to have ranked mode for solos, duos, and squads, whereas zero build will only take place for squads in season 0 of ranked mode, with the information saying that ranked mode will allow your rank to increase or decrease based on match placement, number of eliminations by both individual and team, and the team's rank will be assigned based on the highest ranked player on the team. Let me know if this interests you, if this gets you back into playing Fortnite. Fortnite has really done a whole lot to try to get newer and newer audiences into it. They removed building for the zero build mode, which brought back in casuals. Then they also have the Unreal Editor, which is going to allow for a dynamic game mode for people who like to play a multitude of different games. And now they have ranked mode for the competitive people. Let me know if this intrigues you. But while Fortnite's bringing in more people, it looks like Hogwarts Legacy is not going to be able to do that because the Switch edition of the game that was supposed to be coming out sometime soon is getting delayed yet again to be until November 14th. It was originally supposed to come out last month and it got delayed until July, and now it's going to be towards the end of this year. I'm honestly, frankly shocked that they think that they can do it at all after seeing what it looked like on PC, also seeing what they did to be able to get it to play on last gen consoles like the PS4 and the Xbox One. I'm very, very curious to see what they have to cut down to put it onto the Switch. We'll see if they make the November timeline this time, but Diablo 4 had its last beta and it hit the timeline of no problems whatsoever, which is really weird considering that the last beta that they had for Diablo 4 had a lot of loading errors and a lot of people waiting. It turns out that the server slam event was that something they were able to handle with no problems. The servers may have gotten slammed, but nobody could tell because there were very few loading times, very few queue times, and as far as we can tell, no network issues whatsoever. Let me know if you enjoyed the beta this past weekend. Are you excited for the game launch happening early next month? But in case you want to get a graphics card dedicated to this game, NVIDIA is giving away 3 different versions of Diablo 4 themed graphics cards. You can see them right there. We'll have a link in the video description in case you want to enter in to potentially win one of those. But in case you've been streaming this gameplay, Twitch is going to allow you to repurpose that a little bit easier for TikTok and vertical videos. They're going to have a clips creator that will allow you to change the resolution in portrait mode to get it so that you can share it across YouTube Shorts and all the other places where you get vertical video. And you might not be able to get Elden Ring DLC anytime soon because the company that owns From Software talked about their timeline for video games, and according to their reports, they saw a huge amount of money come in 2022 from Elden Ring, and they don't expect that to repeat later this year, which likely means that the DLC might not even be ready sometime this year. They're expecting that Armored Core 6 and various mobile games are expected to contribute to sales and profits, and not necessarily the Elden Ring DLC. Will have to wait a little bit longer than that, potentially even 2024 in order to get it. But the good news is there's going to be 20 million people who could potentially play, because that's how many copies of Elden Ring have been sold. And Mortal Kombat's looking to sell you one. That's at least according to the latest rumor that the newest Mortal Kombat game that's expected to get debuted on May 25th is going to be called Mortal Kombat 1 and not 12, and it's going to cost the standard price of $70. Unless you get it for the Switch, which it's going to cost you back 60 bones. A couple of characters that are allegedly supposed to be coming to this new Mortal Kombat are going to be DC's Peacemaker and potentially even the boys Homelander, so we'll have to wait and see with this September launch whether or not we're going to be getting all of the things that have been leaked. But in case you want to play one of the old school Mortal Kombats, you want to emulate it, it turns out that the ROG Ally, which got officially debuted last week, it might be the best place to do it, because thanks to the new processor that's involved in this thing, number one, it gets decent battery life as long as you kind of restrict it to the same settings as the Steam Deck. It's 96 minutes compared to the 103 that the Steam Deck gets, but then can actually emulate a whole bunch of games from all of the consoles of years past at better than any other handheld before it, including being able to get 60 FPS in God of War 3 on the RPS-C3 emulator. But in case you've been emulating Tears of the Kingdom since that launched on Friday, turns out that 60 FPS mods are making their way downtown, but sometimes they might be going too fast because of the way that Nintendo works with their video games. They don't expect that you're actually going to get above 30 FPS. So the game logic is actually tied to the frame rate, which means when you run at 60 FPS, the game would actually run twice as fast, or potentially to try to work around it, the game might be slowed down in order to hit the actual proper speed. It's been a problem that's happened in emulation, but the fact that this mod is even out there just a few days after the game came out shows the speed at which the emulation community is getting this game to run. There are a couple of different mods that you can work on in order to get it pretty close to solid 60 FPS stable in the video game, but there are still bugs and tweaks that have to be worked out. I've seen plenty of gameplay where people have gotten running at 8K. Running it at a higher resolution at 30 FPS will make it so that you don't have to apply one of these mods, but you still get all of the benefits of running it at an up resolution setup. Let me know if you've been enjoying Tears of the Kingdom over the weekend. Are you playing it on the Switch? Are you playing it on your PC with emulation? I want to hear from you down below in the comments, but some people aren't just playing it, they're beating it, and they're beating it fast. A speedrunner documenting what we know to be the first speedrun of Tears of the Kingdom, coming in at just under 2 hours. In fact, it was at 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 33 seconds. There are a few things in the speedrun of Breath of the Wild that no longer apply to Tears of the Kingdom, so things have to be shaken up, but even though that 1 hour and 34 minutes was the first speedrun, Gymnast86 actually posted another speedrun where they shaved 2 minutes off of that time to be at 1 hour and 32 minutes in order to speed through the game. And in case you were wondering, their previous speedrun of Breath of the Wild, any percent, is 27 minutes and 56 seconds. So a lot of work to be done in order to get that down, but especially because Tears of the Kingdom leaked out on the internet well before the launch last Friday, at over 2 weeks in advance because of copies being shipped out ahead of time. The speedrunning community got a jump start on it, the emulation community got a jump start on it, and it looks like a lot of people are enjoying the new Zelda game. Let me know if that's been you down below, and I'll be letting you know that we'll be back with more of the hottest gaming news tomorrow, my friends.